What is going on, my friends? Josh Baldwin here from Mad Money Millennial. In this video, we are going to talk about Social Security, SSI, and disability benefits, and answer 3 big questions regarding the future of your benefits in 2023 and beyond. You can do me a giant favor by tapping those like and subscribe buttons, and let's get into this breaking news update regarding the latest Social Security benefits information. This information changes on an almost daily basis, and it's my job to keep you informed with the latest updates. So make sure you watch every single video and watch all the way through so you don't miss out on the most current information. The US Treasury will run out of money to pay government bills, such as Social Security and military paychecks this summer. But there's no way to tell exactly what day yet, according to the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office. So what does all this mean? Well, if Congress doesn't raise the debt limit, the amount the US can legally borrow, the extraordinary measures the Treasury is taking to pay America's bills will run out between July and September of this year. But there is no X date in the report to mark the threshold for when the US will run out of cash. The Congressional Budget Office blames the uncertain date on upcoming revenue collections, especially how much the US collects in taxes by the April due date. So if the country takes in less than expected, the US could run out of money before July. Now, the first big question we want to answer is what happens if the US defaults on its debt? The consequences of default would impact all Americans, forcing higher home and auto loan rates and credit card payments. However, Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen thinks that she can use extraordinary measures to pay the bills until June 5th. According to Yellen, if the US defaults, it would be catastrophic. On top of that, it is unlikely that the federal government would be able to issue payments to millions of Americans, including our military families and seniors who rely heavily on Social Security. So how exactly does the economic outlook look like for seniors in 2023 and beyond? The Congressional Budget Office released its 10-year economic forecast. Based on current economic conditions, the Congressional Budget Office predicts a budget deficit $3 trillion larger than its May prediction, mainly because of newly enacted legislation and mandatory spending on Social Security and Medicare. The Congressional Budget Office also predicts stagnant output, rising unemployment, gradually slowing inflation, and interest rates that remain at or above their levels at the beginning of the year, before the economy subsequently rebounds. Over the long term, our projections suggest that changes in fiscal policy must be made to address the rising costs of interest and mitigate other adverse consequences of high and rising debt. The last and final question we want to answer is what are the latest updates regarding the debt ceiling fight? Well, currently, policymakers and President Joe Biden are negotiating to raise the debt limit, also called the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling is defined as a limit set by law that determines how much the federal government can legally borrow. When the limit is reached, the Treasury can't borrow money to cover government expenses. To default on the debt would lead to massive economic consequences at home and abroad, according to analysts. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has said Republicans would not let the country default on its debt, but they want federal spending cuts in exchange for their votes. We will not pass a clean debt ceiling, according to McCarthy. President Biden has said that the debt limit needs to be raised without conditions. Threatening default would be catastrophic, he said Tuesday at a National Association of Counties conference in Washington, D.C. Alright, my Mad Money minions, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please leave a like, comment down below any information that you might have about your own Social Security benefits, and maybe you can help someone else out. And of course, hit that subscribe button and notification bell right next to it. Hitting that bell will make sure you get notified exactly when my videos are coming out and not a week or two later. If you're interested in investing, you can now get your one free stock by clicking the link in the description. Alright guys, stay safe, stay hustling, stay warm, and I will talk to you all again soon.